got it. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. It's your boy. It ain't your boy. It's your host. It's your host. I gotta stop saying it's your boy. It's your host, JonMon, J Champ, Bucarino, Jelly Bean, JSL, Big Knees, J Chap. Uh, what else have I not? Juan Montenegro. Uh, who else? I'm all these names. See, and it's people questions. People know me from different eras in my stage of life before I became the person that I am today. So all those names represent a different stage in life. So you may find somebody that know me as Jelly Bean, which is like middle school to high school. You may find somebody that know me as J Champ, which is college. You may find somebody that know me as Bucarino. That's like growing up when I was little. You may know somebody. You may find somebody be like, "Oh, that's Juan Montenegro." And Juan Montenegro is a wild boy in Mexico. You know, mm, gotta wet the whistle. But yeah, I appreciate it. I thank you, like for real. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for tuning in to the podcast. It's me still, I got my guests coming, but I got to make sure I got everything lined up for my guests. The people who I'm interviewing. You're gonna see those videos coming soon, soon, soon. Remember when I used to just say the podcast was coming soon, soon, soon? How soon? Real soon. So now I'm saying the podcast is here, and my guest is coming soon, soon, soon. That's the magic of this podcast, is when I'm actually talking and interacting with somebody. I went ahead and did one interview clip or one interview podcast on episode 3 with my friend Janelle, aka Fat Cat, and it went well. It was a fun, humor, friend talking to friend type of interview, and I seen some things that I should work on. I seen some things that I can do better, so that the next time I present someone to y'all who either you may know, who you may not know, or who could be beneficial for you to know, it'll be a more better interview for you. All right. Not like I said, not that it was wrong or it was bad. I just want to make it entertaining and insightful. This is what Oddly Even podcast is about. I'm not trying to go the route of gossip and of stuff like that. I don't want to do that. I want us to have true conversations. I want you to be truly inspired. I want you to have some understanding of different people and different beliefs and different ways, and to just see that at the end of the day we all human. All right, that's what Oddly Even is about. I don't gotta agree with what you think. You don't gotta agree with what I think, but at the end of the day, we can just all be on the same platform. It's yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? It's dark and light. They all counterbalance each other. You know what I'm talking about? That's counterbalance the normalcy. That's the tagline of my podcast, and also the other tagline is we just talking. That's what we're doing. We're just talking. So we're gonna keep this one very fairly short, because I don't want to waste your time, because time is very, very important, and time is one of those things that you cannot get back. All right, time is more lucrative than any monetary thing, jewelry, natural resources, gas, cars, whatever you think, house, homes, all that stuff don't mean anything when you measure it with time. Time takes precedent over all of those things. And so I appreciate you taking the time out to view my podcast. This is all me. We on episode 8. All right, we are finally and 8 is my favorite number. Like 8 is my favorite number. Not because of Kobe, but I am a huge Kobe fan. And Kobe's father was called Jelly Bean. That's before I even. That's I didn't. I'm Jelly Bean. But Kobe, I'm just mixing the stories. You know what I'm saying? So 8 is my favorite number because January 8, 1-8. All right, that's why. If you ever hear me talking about 8, it's because January 8th. And then I would always see the number 8 in different places, and it just reminds me of just myself. Because sometimes you got to pick yourself up. Remember, in a couple of episodes before, I talked about having things that make you happy. The number 8 makes me happy because I mentally use that number as a fueler for my day. Let me tell you something that I do, and I want y'all. I want somebody to do this too. It I started doing this like when I was probably 18. Yeah, 18. So this is what I would do. My birthday is January 8th, 1983. I'm 41 years old. So whenever the clock, no matter if it's AM or PM, whenever the clock says 108, I tell myself happy birthday. I really do. Like I have a whole happy birthday moment for 60 seconds. Or whenever I catch, I'm like, oh, it's 108, happy birthday. And I clap, I cheer myself on. And I even do that for other people. Like if I know your birthday, like if your birthday is May 26th and 5:26 is on the clock, I'm gonna tell you happy birthday. All right. If your birthday is July 7th and 7:07 pops up on the clock, I'm gonna tell you happy birthday, right? Because those are ways that you can build yourself up. Sometimes you gotta take the tools and build yourself up. Whatever those tools are for you. That's how it helps me. It's one of those breaks in the middle of the day that you don't mentally think about, but it uplifts you. It uplifts me every time I see that number 108. I say happy birthday, and then even when I'm buying something, like if I buy something that costs 99 cents, it usually come up to 108, and I say happy birthday to myself. Or if I'm at a restaurant or something and I'm buying some food and it's 1983, I'd be like, happy birthday. I say things to build myself up. It's a good drink there. So yeah, I mean that's those are just tools. You can have them. That's free. Whatever. If your birthday can't make the clock, which it should make the clock because 1 through 12 is January through December, so you should be able to. Well, hold on. Some of y'all got these. No, you should. Everybody should be able to find their birthday at some point. Like make that like a treasure hunt, so to speak, or a scavenger hunt, so to speak, of your day. Just find things that relate to you. All right. Find things that make you celebrate yourself. That's what it's all about. It's about self celebration. All right. And we're gonna have a quick discussion on the opposite side of self celebration when we talk about pride. All right, we're gonna have a quick discussion about pride. All right, now listen, oddly even means you don't gotta agree with anything I say, and I may not agree with anything you say, but we can have a conversation about it. So I may say something that you may be like, "Nah, I don't see it that way," and that's fine. That's fine. I invite you to have a conversation with me about it. There's nothing wrong with that. So pride. There's two things. There's pride, and then there's prideful. There's pride. So let's talk about when pride shows in a negative sense. All right. I have no pride. And I know that sounds weird to say because pride can be balanced as both. I don't have any pride when it comes to doing what I'm supposed to do. Like I've taken jobs taking out trash, picking up other people's trash. I've taken jobs picking up poop and stuff like that. And I remember people used to tell me, "Why are you doing a trash job?" Like I don't know where you're watching this. If you're in the U.S., in Texas, in Dallas, if you're very local, or if you're abroad, if you're somewhere in another state or whatever, or whenever you may watch this, there's this group or this company that for apartments and townhomes and things like that, you can place your trash outside the door and they'll come scoop it up for you and they'll throw it in the trash for you. It's not like they're the waste management people. It's not like they're riding around in a big truck scooping up trash cans, dumping it and putting it back. No, these are just people with the yellow vest on or whatever coming to your door scooping. Like I had a job doing that for almost 2 years.
All right. You know what I'm saying? It's always somebody that's hold on. Hey, do you know how to do anything? Do you know how to do something that you want other people to know that you know how to do? Let me know. I can tell people. Like right here is when I want to start putting in like advertisements or whatever. Look, I won't charge you and you don't pay me. You know what I'm saying? It's just street networking, basically word of mouth. I'm trying to be the mouth of your word. So if you know how to do, I know somebody that know how to just cut hot water on. All right, she know how to just cut her hot water. So I got that's somebody I know. You might just one day need hot water cut on. I know somebody that can shave pit bulls. No other dog. He can shave pit bulls, and he do it with a scissor. He do it with scissors and a needle and thread. I don't know what he's doing, but he can shave pit bulls. It don't even look like they lost any hair. You know. So if you know how to do something and you want other people to know you know how to do it, let me know. Alright? I'm trying to help. Alright.
And when I first did it, I had some people, some friends of mine at that, say, why would you do that, man? You can find any job. Just find you can get a whole nother job. You're gonna be picking up other people's trash. Like, and when I talk about pride, I'm saying nothing should stop you from doing what you gotta do. And in that particular moment of my life, I needed to make some money. I was applying to everywhere. I mean everywhere. I was applying to the McDonald's, to the WalMarts, to the lifeguards, and I'm not, and I know y'all saying like those are regular jobs, but this is like recent. This is like 30, 36 on up, like in that age category of myself. I just needed an extra job, and I didn't care what I had to do. I needed money. I needed another job. And so I was taking trash out and doing all this. And they were like, man, you too grown to be doing that. You be taking other people's trash out. You be doing this, doing that. I'm like, yeah, I don't, you should not have, in my opinion, you should not let pride stop you from doing what you have to do legally. All right. Some of us do some illegal things. All right. But and don't confuse pride with, doing some things that you just forcing yourself to do. I know you can get you a good job. All right. Now that's what I mean by pride. Like not being too prideful that you think I'm too good for. Okay. Don't think you're too good for, because you don't know what season your life might be in or what you may be going through. Plus, I met some cool people just picking up their trash. I had people who were very rude to me, just throwing their trash at me, and I had people who yelled at me because they had the can outside their door and the trash bag wasn't tied up, and company said if your trash ain't tied and presented to be picked up, we don't got to pick it up. And I had people like talking to me like I was some dust dirt slave person. Like, man, you better get this trash, and I'm like, dang. You talking to me? You talk to me like that just because I'm picking up your trash? Like that doesn't deface the character of who I am, and that's why I treat everybody equal. I don't care if you're homeless, unless you're asking me for money, um, and I don't care if you're a millionaire. Everybody gets treated equal, because who am I to make you feel less than the human you are, or who am I to make you feel more than the human you are at times? I treat everybody equal. I've had people like really treat me bad when I was picking up their trash, and it just became one of those things. But I'm saying, don't be so prideful that you can't do the things you need to do, whether that's getting food for your family, whether that's doing what you got to do to get a car to stop riding a bus, whether that's working these odd jobs or whatever, or whether that's cleaning up after a human or something like that, when it's helpful to something that you're trying to do. Now, on the flip side of that, you got to take pride in the things you do as well. Because listen, when I was doing trash, man, say I had my headphones in. I had my music going. I'm picking up trash. I'm bip bopping through the night, because it was a night. It was like we would do it between 9 to maybe 1 in the morning. And man, I'm bip bopping through the night. I'm having a good time because I took pride in what I did. If I had to be the person to go clean up a floor or something, mop a floor, I'm mopping that floor as if I live on the floor. I'm gonna clean that floor the best I can. You know what I'm saying? So don't be too prideful to the point where you can't do things that will help you with the things that you need to do. And when you are in a position to do something, do it with pride. Like, be proud of what you're doing. You should be able to present your work to anybody and be like, yeah, I did that. That was me. Oh, the dude that was picking up all that trash and was putting them in the trash and had them stacked, like, oh, that was me. I did that. Yeah, I did that. I made it look neat. I made it look nice and all that. Like, okay, so that's my pride speech on that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still with me? You with me? I mean, are you proud? Do you think that pride is still an issue? Right? Some people really are prideful. Like, people, I know people who won't say I'm sorry because that pride is an issue. I know people who cannot admit they're wrong, and that is one of, especially as a school teacher, that is one of the biggest like irritants, when you can't admit you've done something wrong or when you can't admit that you're wrong. So it's like, don't let pride be a weapon against yourself. All right, don't let pride be the reason why you don't have good people around you. Because pride will push away a lot of people. Pride will destroy a lot of relationships. But having pride in something that you're doing can bring people close to you, and having pride in doing something that you need to be doing can create relationships. You understand the balance of that, right? Okay, so like I said, we're gonna keep this short because it's just me, and I don't want to waste your time. 'Cause I know you got stuff you got to do, and again, I appreciate you watching this podcast because we getting there. We at episode 8. It done turned into a job. Like, I've lost sleep just thinking, man, I got to get this podcast out because it's just me. The music you hear and all the fades and the cuts and the transition, those are beats I made on GarageBand. The transition, the editing, the sound, and all that, that's me. That's me doing all that. Now, I do have a degree in broadcast journalism and there's a little bit of an interest in what I'm doing, but all this is me. I don't have any sponsors. Who is this? Bubbler. Bubbler, if you need somebody to if you need somebody to do that, I got you. I got you covered. Matter of fact, Bubbler has helped me with this podcast. But Bubbler has kept me awake in times where I was tired and I couldn't do this podcast. I don't know if I could ever move forward without drinking a good can of blood orange mango mingler from Bubbler. And it's tasty too. That's my Those are my I Love Lucy fan. Who is an I Love Lucy fan? Remember when she was drinking that cough syrup and Vegemita vitamins? Remember the Vegemita vitamins from I Love Lucy? And she was doing the commercial and she kept taking spoonfuls and then she got to the point where she was like drunk and she was Vegemita vitamins. It'll get you. It is tasty too. Like, she got to the point where she was just chugging it down. Vegemita, that's my Lucy. Yeah, I'm old. I told you I'm 41. I have a very young spirit, but I'm old. I'm old, and I don't mind being old. You know that. If you watch my podcast, you know I don't mind being old. All right. So now we're gonna talk about rap. I want to talk about rap for a quick second. So growing up, when I was listening to rap, because I feel like there's a double standard in rap, but I also feel like it's getting out of hand. So let me tell you, men, uh, men MCs or men rappers have had the green light to glorify having sex with women, how big or whatever they thing is, suck on my whatever, whatever, touch on my whatever, whatever, I'm beating you with my whatever, whatever. Like, men have been saying that from the jump. Now, whether that's their whole rap career or persona or catalog, or they just got it kind of in there, men have said that before and have objectified women sometimes in their music and really not gotten into any big trouble or Nelly. Well, let me go before Nelly. Two Live Crew and them, Luke and all them, kind of started that whole like booty shake, pop that, this, that on the handstand and all this. Like, they had that music that that you when you hear a Luke song, it's something about the rhythm and the bass and the snares that you just gotta you know what I mean. Like Luke music do that to you. If you don't know who Luke is or the 69 Boys, Luke Two Live Crew, go YouTube it.
If you're looking for healthcare, free healthcare, you can always hit us up at www.right, WRIGHT, care, benefits, benefits.com. It's a spot on that page where you can inquire about free healthcare if you need retirement or if you need any life insurance. We insure anybody. So pre-existing conditions, it doesn't matter. You can be HIV positive. You can have cancer. You can have any type of illness, and we will insure you. There's no underwriting, so no pre-existing conditions.
Okay. All right, guys. You heard.
Don't have any kids around, and you might want to put it on incognito mode. If you at work and you be like, well, I ain't never heard no Luke music. Put it on incognito, all right, and YouTube it. Because don't just listen to the music. You need to see the video to understand what I'm saying. So I feel like men have been able to do that throughout their whole rap career, right? So now we're in the era, because Little Kim kind of gave it to us a little bit where she was very sexual with her imagery, not necessarily with all her lyrics, but she had a lot of, like, she did that a bit, and then Trina did it for a little bit and all that. But now we got girls that, woo, woo, and they not old. They the young girls. Like they the 20 to 80 or not 80, 30 or whatever. They talking about selling it, popping it, busting it, booty holes, shaking it, scrubbing it, and they're owning it. There's like it's them in their own body. They're doing the equivalent of what a lot of male MCs was doing back in the day. Like, do you think that there's a double standard to where when the men were doing it to where when women do it, or do you think it's tasteless to see women do that? All right. I don't know what the song was. I was listening to somebody's Snapchat, and man, the beat was going boom, boom, boom. Like the beat was nice, and I'm mostly just vibing to the beat. Then I noticed what they were saying. She was like, "I'm selling this pig. I'm selling this pussy." She was saying all that, and I was like, "Damn, that's hard for a woman to say, or that's kind of lowbrow for a woman to say." But then I found myself being judgmental. I can't judge a woman's artistic view of music when it comes to her body, because I never said that when Tip Drill came on. When Tip Drill came on BT Uncut, Akinelli, what dudes is watching this? Y'all remember Akinelli? Y'all remember BT Uncut? I was in college. I stumbled upon BT Uncut because I grew up when a certain time hit the clock. You start hearing that the national anthem and the TV went off. But then cable came and gave us a little bit more channels. But then when BT gave us BT Uncut, it's like that was something it was nothing but booty music and booty music and booty music. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't say anything when I was watching all that. It was like, dude, I remember this song. I think it was "What That Thing Smell Like." I'm trying to kick it tonight. Oh, somebody, baby, tell me what that thing smell like. Like men had they run. Now women are running with it. They taking everything a man would say about them, and they're saying it about themselves, and they running with it. And it's people that got a big problem with it. I just don't know if that's fair. If that's fair to judge a lady for being in that position when we let men do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all kind of get what I'm talking about? Like, what do you think? Do you think that's an um unfair way to judge a female rapper or whatever because she's glorifying her body? Yeah, I mean, when I first, I don't even remember who said it. If it was Glow Red or one of them girls when they said my booty hole was brown, that was a lot, and it took me off guard because I kind of shied away from listening to rap music anyway. But every now and then I'll turn the radio on and listen, and then when I heard her say her pussy pink and her booty hole was brown, I was like, that's extreme. That's tough to say. Oh, that's on the radio, and they was like, yeah, and it's a hot song, and it's a hot song, and I think she even got like an award for it. So 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 I was shocked to hear that, but then I later on understood like I can't judge that. Especially when I'm listening to Bone, not Bone Thugs and Harmony. I think the dude name is Bone. And he got a song saying like a girl saying like he got a big dick and know how to use it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like songs like that. I wasn't like, oh, this he can't say that. Like I wasn't saying that. I was jamming that too. You know, so I don't know if that. Do you think that that's like is that tasteless? But do you also listen to men say stuff like that and not judge them in the same manner? Right? You see what I'm saying? I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it as the same. I'm seeing the women power, the women movement, and women with their whole hot girl summer. The only thing I didn't like about the hot girl summer part was everybody that was yelling out hot girl summer and was doing the hot girl summer stuff. They all were booed up at the time. Megan had a man at the time. Cardi had a man, husband, father of her kids at the time. Beyonce had a marriage, or she still is married, I think. But Beyonce was married at the time, so they had all these kind of hot girl anthems. Nicki Minaj was in a relationship with these hot girl anthems, and when I was asking girls, because I didn't understand what hot girl summer or hot girl stuff mean, that I was told by girls, women. Now, I don't know this to be true, but I was told by women that that just meant that they were out there having a very good time. Whatever that good time meant, was them. Like they traveling, they in the streets, they got the shorts on, they shaking it, dropping it, scrubbing it, scrapping it, scooping it and looping it, and they out there and they in control of that, right? So that's the only thing I had a problem with when it came to hot girl summer stuff. I just didn't understand. But in the same way, I don't understand when rap dudes be saying the B word and stuff like this and stuff like that and smashing girls and getting head and all this and all that, and these dudes is married and they got like happily marriages like there's nothing against 2 Chain and anybody else that I've talked about so far. I'm giving you the example of where my thought process came from. When 2 Chain had the song when I die, bury me next to a strip club, or it should the big booty for my birthday, big booty. That's that song. Like, listen to that song. That sound like a single man's anthem. Like, it's your birthday. I want a big booty girl for my birthday. But 2 Chain is happily married. Like he has a for real wife. Like that, you know what I'm saying? He has a for real wife. He not just out here. Well, I don't know what he's doing in his personal life because his music make it seem like one thing, but he's really doing something else. I'm just saying, like the dudes were doing the same thing, right? Mm. Woo! Something about this bubbler. That's BUBBL''R. Something about this bubbler is real good. Mm. It's natural energy with just 5 calories. Wow! It's antioxidant sparkling water. Whoa! This is amazing. Wow! I don't know who's in control of Bubbler, but they got some good stuff going on over at the Bubbler place. Bubbler, I'm just being funny. You still with me? You still with me? It's gonna be short. I appreciate it. It's gonna be short. Oddly Eating Podcast, JonMon, your host. I'm just creating conversation. Even if you listen to this podcast and I say something that you've been saying, and you like, he understand what I'm talking about, and it calls you to have a conversation with somebody else, then it works, right? It works. Because at the end of the day, we just talk. This is counterbalancing the norm. I want to get us back talking. And I want to get, when I say us, I'm talking about the world. I want to get us back talking to each other without being upset at somebody else's opinion. That's what the thing is. I've seen podcasts to where they have someone who believes in this and someone who believes in that, or someone who thinks this way and someone who thinks that way. And they're going at it like it's a war. Like even like the debates back in the day, you could debate with somebody intellectually and not have it go into a physical shouting, cussing, and all this and all that type of situation. It's okay to disagree with somebody. Like we all don't have to agree. Otherwise, we would be robots. If we were all agreeing upon everything that anybody ever said, we would be robots. We will be in the box. We'll be squared up. Just yes, blue is my favorite color. Everybody wears blue. Yes, I love the Brooklyn Dodgers. We all love Brooklyn Dodgers. It's okay to have different opinions. It's okay to be different. It's okay to think this way and have a conversation with somebody who thinks that way, and y'all can just talk and then shake hands or dap or take a drink or take a smoke and do whatever y'all want to do, and it's cool. I actually even want to I do this to remind I used to have glasses, and I had glasses for like a solid year. I know I'm sidebar. This is a sidebar. I didn't get glasses, so I got insurance for being a teacher. But then it took me a while to use my insurance. Who else? I'm bad like that. Like I got insurance and I don't even use it. But I digress. Anyway, for that year and a half of me wearing glasses, I got a habit of doing this. Like when the glasses be slipping down, I would always do that. And so every now and again, I still do that. So if you see me do that, it's just it's a tick. It's me thinking I got my glasses on when I really don't. I ain't had my glasses in 2 years because I never had glasses to keep up with glasses. So I was one of them people that would take the glasses off somewhere in the world, and then before I know it, I'm like, where are my glasses at? Anybody see my glasses? They be like, you wear glasses? Like, yeah, I got some glasses. Anybody see my glasses? So if you see that, that's what that is. Welcome back to the Ali Podcast. I don't know if you just started watching. I don't know if you've been watching. I don't know if this is your first time, your second time, or your eighth time, because this is episode number 8. We had a quick discussion about pride. We had a quick discussion about female MCs of today. Now I'm gonna take y'all. So I also like to invite y'all in to the stories that I've done on memory lane. So let me tell y'all about the time that I used to sell drugs. Right? I used to now mind you, I don't know the statutes of limitations on this. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, so this is what happened. My homeboy was driving and I was walking, and he said, "Champ." So you know this is either high school towards college. He was like, "Champ, hey, ride with us real quick." Whenever somebody say ride with us real quick, that should let you know somebody ain't finna do something not right is going on. They were like, "Champ, ride with us real quick," because people would always ask me to ride with them because I was very humorous. I was more humorous then because I didn't have a filter in my mind about the things I said or the stuff I did. Like I said, I was wild. I was wild. So they would always ask me to ride with them so we could just have good time, enjoy the moment. So my homeboy asked me to ride with him. Come take a ride with us. Come take a ride with us. All right. I hop in the car. And this is when I was, where was I leaving? I was leaving practice. This was high school. I was leaving practice. I was leaving band practice. I used to play the snare. And side note, let your child If you have a child that has social anxiety issues, if you have a child or a friend or a niece or a nephew or anybody that you know that's in the grade school age, if they have problems making friends, put them in the band or get them in the band. Whether that's percussion, woodwind, brass, they could dance or they could keep rhythm or whatever. Or if they're just socially awkward, put them in the band. The band is the fastest way to become popular with 50% of the school. All right. When you join the band, you are in there with 50% of the school, and I mean that because everybody's connected to somebody in the school. So that's just my side ticket. Like if your child has an issue making friends, being socially awkward, has social anxieties, um, they shy away from large crowds, um, they have a problem being in front of people, get them in the band. The band will break all that. Like especially if they're in a black band. If they're the black marching band, like they gonna know everybody. They gonna know the street people. They gonna know the smart people. They gonna know the thugs. They gonna know the hoes. They gonna know they gonna know the people that's hustling. They gonna know the fun people. They gonna know the boring people. They gonna know the people that can fight, people that don't fight. Like the band has so many people involved in it to make a band, and then they're practicing day and night. They're going through formation, marching, and all this and all that. Then before they know it, that socially awkward anxiety person with the ADHD and all that already has a group of friends that they know, right? Okay, I'm back. What was we talking? Oh, drugs. Okay, so they say, "Come on, champ, ride with us." So I hop in the car. I'm like, "Where we going?" They said, "We're gonna pick up something real quick." I said, "Okay, all right." So we get to this place in South Dallas. I'm not gonna say where, because it could still be going on. So we get to this spot in South Dallas. Now, mind you, I'm a, I'm I'm wild, but I'm not break the law wild. Like I don't break the law. I do enough to stay up under the radar. I've never been in jail or been in handcuffs or none of that stuff. I'm not saying I haven't been in positions that I could have went to jail, but I'm just telling you, I used to do a lot of stuff up under the law radar. I never I didn't break. Let me just stop. So so we go to this spot, and this was like one of them old school spots where you gotta like, this was like back when people were selling weed and they were selling weed paranoid. Like you had to do a special knock and then you had to go around the back. Like in the front, you knock and then go around the back. So I don't know these people. I know the people that I'm in the car with. So they get out the car. They like, just stay in the car. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna be right back. I didn't know what they were doing. So they go into place. I see them do a knock. I see them go around the back. And then a couple moments later, they come out the front and they got like a little bag, like a track bag or whatever. So they get in the car and I smell it. I'm like, "Ooh, what is that?" They're like, "Man, we finna go try to make some money. You want to make some money?" I'm like, "Make some money? What y'all finna? What? How y'all gonna make them? What y'all selling? Manure? Cause I like, and I say that smell was something else. I'm like, y'all doing lawn fertilizer? Like, What are y'all finna do? What make some money doing what?" So they showed me, and I'm like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Man, this green." I'm like, "Green." This is before. This was before the loud, the gas, the Kush, and all that talk. It was just green. It's green. So I'm like, okay, all right. Well, look, all you gotta do, look, we gonna ride over here to these apartments. All you gotta do is stay in the car, and when somebody come up, we already know what they want. Just give them these bags, all right? And so I'm like, okay. I'm so caught up in the moment, I don't even realize I'm doing something illegal. I'm hanging with the homeboys. I'm hanging with the fellas. So I'm like, and this is my first time hanging with a few of them. Some of them I've already hung out with, and I know what they do, but I ain't never been in this situation. So I'm in the car. We go to a park by these apartments, and he like, all right, just stay in the car. Anybody that come And they talk and they say that they want. I forget what he said. He said, "Get him this bag." It was like it was already weighed and tied or whatever. He's like, "Get him this bag." If they say that they want whatever, get him this bag. So I'm like, okay, cool, all right, cool. I got you. And I'm not even thinking that this is illegal. I'm in danger or none of that stuff. So the first dude came to the door. He looked because the window is tinted, but it's cracked. And he looked. He called my homeboy's name, who's not in the car, and I'm like, nah. He's like, who it is? I said, it's Bean. Okay, Bean. Let me get ta. And I'm like, okay. You talk to such and such? And he's like, yeah. I said, okay. Slipped it through the window. He walked off. I'm like, dang. Now I wasn't getting paid. Like it wasn't money being transitioned. Like it was, and I guess that was a way that they wasn't looking bad because you didn't see nobody passing money in the car. You just saw somebody giving something out the car. So, and that was me. I was giving something out the car, not knowing that I could be going to jail for doing what I'm doing. I'm just hanging with the boys. So they come back after a couple of transactions. They're like, okay, cool. All right, cool. You did okay, cool. All right, Bean. All right, Bean. You one of us, Bean. You own it. You own it. And I'm like, I'm on it. What am I? What am I on? I'm being cool, but I'm now starting to get nervous because they like we finna go to another spot. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do the same thing. Just sit in the car. We're gonna go up, talk to whoever we got to talk to. They're gonna come to the car and get them the thing. So I'm trying to be hard at the same time. So I'm in the passenger seat, leaned back, window cracked, but it's tinted and it's cracked like that. And so at this point, my whole demeanor done changed. They tapping on, so they say my homeboy name. I'm like, no, hey, this Bean, bro, this Bean. He's like, Bean? And he looked, who the hell Bean is? I said, man, Bean, what you want? What you got? What is it? And he's like, give me the, he said the whatever. I slipped it to him. It's going good. I'm feeling like I'm Pablo. I'm sliding green through the car. And I don't smoke. So they ain't nobody worried about me stealing, hiding, all this, none of that. I don't smoke. Now, this man, and I'm gonna say his name. This man's name was Crease. His name was Crease because his jeans was Stay Flow. He Stay Flow. I don't know if y'all know. Y'all remember Stay Flow? The iron. I know I'm going long, but I hope y'all enjoying the story. This is gonna be the last thing I say.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's rally around something special. Supporting our veterans and embracing local businesses this tax season. Choose Tax Boss Family, a veteran-owned and locally operated gym. Your financial journey matters, and so is supporting those who served. And here's the kicker. Tax Boss Family is offering up to a $6,000 cash advance on your refund. Now, that's something to salute. Mark your calendars because the last day to file for up to a $6,000 refund is March 17th, and Tax Boss Family is ready to navigate the financial terrain for you. Whether you're strolling through the clean mall or you prefer the convenience of online booking, Tax Boss Family's got you covered. Visit taxbossfamily.com to book your appointment or drop by our Killeen Mall location for a warm welcome. This tax season, let's make it count. Supporting our veterans, empowering local businesses, and securing your financial success with Tax Boss Family because your taxes, your way, matter. Tax Boss Family, where you come in as a customer and leave as family.
Y'all remember Stay Flow? When people used to have them jeans so creased and they would barely be white, and with a sag. I don't know if that's a Dallas thing or not, but people would have their jeans creased hard with the Stay Flow and was sagging. You would always know when somebody didn't know how to do Stay Flow because they had an iron mark on their pants. Like that, they have an iron mark on their pants. But anyway, so Crease came to the window. I'm in my thug mode. I'm leaned back, and this is a we was in a what was it? It was a Grand Marquis. We in a Grand Marquis with the beats, right? I'm in there just, and I'm going through the beats playing we playing DSR. So DSR is the Dallas Dirty South Rider local group. Most of their stuff is slowed and beating hard, like with the bass turned up in their music. So I'm in there. Tat tat tat. Yo, what up? Hey, such and such told me come pick up a such and such. And I'm like, all right, who it is? I said, it's Bean. He said, Bean. He opened the door. Now they didn't train me for this. They told they told me to take the bags, put it through the window, and be cool. And they say that's all I had to do. Put the bag through the window and everything gonna be cool. My man opened the door. I wasn't ready for that. He opened the door. It was like, Bing. Uh, yeah, he shook the gangster out of me. The seats. Yes. My name is Bean, Jelly Bean. That's what they call me. I'm Jelly Bean. He said, man, who are you? I'm Jelly Bean. He said, man, where's such and such at? I said, man, he here somewhere. He like, nah, man, get up out the car. And I'm like, man, that ain't what I was told to do. I was told to. What do you want something? Because I was told to get a bag through the window, and everything was gonna be cool. Man, this dude yanked the bag that was in like I had the bags in between my feet. He yanked the bag out the car and was like, "Man, get up out the car. You ain't even who. No, we don't even know you." So it done turned to a whole issue. Now I'm at this point. I'm 6 foot. Like I already hit my growth spurt. I'm 6'6", so I'm 6'6", getting out this car. This little bitty dude with the crease, and he's sagging with it and everything. He like, man, I'll knock you out. What's at? He said, watch out. Give me the bag. He took the whole bag, and I'm like, man. And at this point, my voice is getting. He said he said to give y'all a bag, whatever y'all asked for. He didn't tell me nothing else. He done knocked the gangster out of me because I ain't the gangster. Ain't nothing about me gangster. I'm comical. I'm humorous. I can cut some jokes on you. I'll protect myself if I need to, but I ain't gangster. This was a gangster moment. I ain't gangster. So he was like, "Yeah, give me the bag, man. Give me the bag, man. Go take a walk." Man, I got out that man car and was taking a walk. Like I don't know. I'm talking about like not like all right. Now I took a like an uncool walk. Man, I turned around, they over there laughing, joking on me. Ah, Bean, you scary. You scared. You don't let nobody punk you out your stuff. You got took out you let the dude and they knew each other. I didn't even know it. I didn't know they knew who Crease was. I'm thinking Crease is just some dude that was supposed to come get a bag because I was trained. When we was training in the Grand Marquis, they said stay in the passenger seat and just pass the bag through the window. That's all the training I had. I ain't had no training on how to deal with disgruntled customers opening the door and grabbing the bag and stuff. They're like, man, you don't let nobody grab no bag. You let them take the whole bag and he put you out the car. Man, you weak, champ, you weak. Not champ. Bing, you weak. Bing, you weak. Man, I can't believe you weak. You let that boy take. And I'm like, listen, I quit. I ain't made to sell. I can't sell this. I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know what y'all got going on with that. I ain't made for this. The training y'all gave me was just put the bag through the window. And why they were like, why the door was unlocked? I said, why was the door unlocked? And this ain't my car. Who didn't lock the car door when I don't know what we doing. Like, don't yell at me. It was one of those situations where I realized comedy is my thing, and being funny is my thing, and being cool John is my thing, and being Jelly Bean is my thing. I'm not a drug dealer. I couldn't do it. Now that ain't the only time I sold drugs though, but that was my first time selling drugs. So, but me and Crease got cool. Me and Crease was actually the part of the operation, and they told him who I was, and he was sent to test me out to see if I had a future in really doing the stuff. Cause they was like, no, being cool, Bean ain't gonna tell nobody, Bean ain't gonna this, Bean ain't gonna do that. Being a cool dude, he cool, And I was like, nope, this ain't for me. I'm not I'm not doing it. Because you don't realize you I mean you don't realize how slow your heart could beat until you get put in a moment where you just don't know what's going on. Like my heart was beating so slow, it got hot right here, and like like on my stomach line. I was sweating around my stomach line, and I didn't like because he was a short dude, but he was intimidating. He opened that door and told me, drank my bag, told me get out. And they was like, nah, dog, you ain't supposed to let nobody do that, man. And so I tried to get back to. I said, well, y'all didn't leave me nothing. Y'all didn't leave me no gun. Y'all didn't leave me nothing. Y'all just had me in the car in the middle of the park. I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all didn't leave. So they was like, man, you ain't gonna shoot no gun. So I say that stories and experience make you who you are. You should get to a point to where you can recall whatever event in your life, and it should make you either laugh or smile at, or just make you go, I'm glad I didn't go that route. Because I that was back then. If I'm not mistaken, those same people, one of them went to prison. Crease is doing hard stuff. Not doing himself, but Crease is dealing hard stuff. I still talk to him. If they watch this podcast, shoot. If Crease watched this podcast, he's gonna know I'm talking about him, but don't nobody call him Crease except for me. Like he know why I call him Crease because of the Stay Flow thing. But Crease, I think is doing is on some other stuff. And then the dudes that I was with, we all still cool to this day, and we still talk about it. They talk. Remember that time we had you pushing bags out the window, and Crease got you up out the car and took all your stuff, and you trying to act like you was hard and sell. I was like, yeah. I'm telling you, when I don't know if y'all have ever been in one of those uncertain situations where you don't know what's gonna happen, and it make your heart slow down and your throat get immediately dry, and you be trying to just explain situations, and it ain't coming. I was supposed. They said put the bag through the window, and I had the bag going through the window, and I wasn't like I was shook. I was shook. Right? Y'all enjoy the story? It's a true story. Some of it's true. Some of it has been changed to protect the identities of certain people. But anywho, I appreciate y'all being here for the Oddly Even podcast, episode 8, man. Episode 8. At some point, I'm gonna be saying episode 80. And at some point, I may even say episode 800. And at some point, I may have a bigger studio and have a budget and have helpers and have a whole advertisement team other than the team I have right now, which is just myself doing all the production and promotion. But my advertising and partner Cervantes, she helps me out. So I got a it's a 2-person crew, you know. But you never know if the good people of Bubbler were so good. So good. If the good people of Bubbler may call me or whatever and let me know that they might want to work with me, or somebody might know somebody from Bubbler that might want to do something, or the algorithm of YouTube may just go find somebody in Bubbler, you know. And what I like about this podcast also is that I'm getting more comfortable being in front of camera just talking. And that's why I'm letting y'all know who I am and letting y'all know me as a person, because it helps me be more comfortable. Now I've been on in front of the camera acting and being a character. I've been in front of the camera doing commercials and things like that, but all of that comes with me portraying a character. This is me being who I authentically am. And that was a little bit weird. Now I've done radio as myself, but then radio doesn't show my face. You know, I was a radio host in college at K 89.3 KALU. Yeah, that was our radio tag, our call tag or whatever. I did the Sunday gospel, and then I did R&B. I think R&B. I didn't really do rap, but yes. So I appreciate y'all being here this long. I told you I'm gonna keep it short. I'm trying to be mindful of y'all time. I'm trying to be mindful of whatever you're doing, but I'm also want to make sure I give you something to just keep you here. All right, just to keep you here. All right. I'm signing off, y'all. I appreciate it, man. I got my guest coming soon. Like I said, I'm just working on fine tuning the way that y'all get to see it. All right. I want to make sure that I present a good product, Because so far, I've been doing pretty well, except for I think episode 5, I had an issue. Or episode 6, I had an issue with the camera where the quality came out lower than high definition. But I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all helping me with my therapy. I appreciate y'all listening. I appreciate those of you who I know that say, man, I looked at your podcast. Man, you kind of funny. Or, man, I looked at your podcast and I actually learned something. Or those of y'all who put somebody else onto my podcast. Like, I really appreciate that. All right. It's every Wednesday, every Wednesday, every Wednesday, every Wednesday, every Wednesday. I'm trying to get it out by 12, but if it comes a little bit later or a little bit earlier, you're welcome. But again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm gonna leave you back to what we started off with. Don't be too prideful that you can't do something that you need to do. And if you're doing something that you need to do it in a prideful way, or do it with pride. I'm trying to get it right. In other words, don't be too prideful that you can't do something that you really need to do. And also, if you're doing something that you have to do, but you don't want to do it, take pride in doing it anyway. Do it to the best of your ability. Every job I had came because I took pride in everything I did. From when I was at the hotel, I was hired to do coffee. I was working in a coffee shop, and then Chills. It was a smoothie shop. I was working there, but I was I took pride in what I did. I wanted to make sure that I was the employee that I would want to have, and that's what led me to go into other avenues of the hotel, which was accounting, group billing, and then which got me into a mid-level management position with them. It was EMS, Executive Meeting Specialist. I think that's what my title was. And then just in climbing that ladder, that catapulted me to becoming a teacher. All right, because I was not trying to be a teacher at all. But it just situations in life got me there. But it's the pride that I put into my work that got me there as well. And it's the pride that I put into my work as a teacher that gains me the relationship that I have with students and with staff. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't just be prideful to the point where you can't do something, but have pride in whatever you do. You got it? All right. Ali Even Show, we out. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Guests coming soon. Guests coming soon. Guests coming soon. Enjoy your Wednesday. Enjoy your day. Find a reason to smile. Find a reason to have a good time. Find a reason to drink bubbler. And it's tasty too. Make sure you make some sort of notification for yourself to tune in every Wednesday. That's every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I will be presenting a brand new episode, a brand new conversation, brand new topic, and a brand new person, hosted by me on this Oddly Even podcast. Every Wednesday, y'all. Remember, Wednesday